We just Koy. It's your girl Ari.
It's your boy AJ. It's your boy Ryan.
We the Hood Baby. Whoa.
What good, baby? I'm in it with the Hood Babies. Hood Babies. Whoa, whoa, wanna be a oh no, and you know we on go. I know that you heard go. We get up out of that. What good, baby? I'm in it with the Hood Babies. Hood Babies. Whoa, whoa, wanna be a oh no, and you know we on go. I know that you heard go. We get up out of that. We're riding AJ. This is the studio session.
What's up, DJ Girls Koy?
It's your boy AJ. It's your boy Ryan.
We the Hood Baby.
Whoa.
Today we have Trap Geek, Yungeen, Ace, and Foolio, the demons of Duval County. You know what I'm saying? We know y'all.
You ain't lied.
Just always wait for our reactions to stuff like this. Before we get into it, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification button, follow them social media up there, subscribe to my channel, Instagram, subscribe. Oh, whoa.
You want to be there, like, you want to be
Not my channel, even because I was looking at it right
She want to be there.
Subscribe to my channel, Anti-Social Koy. Q&A dropping this weekend. And subscribe to his ugly ass channel, SNR World.
Hey.
Period.
Stop playing, man.
Let's get into it though.
They do it.
Okay.
They do it, though.
Oh, okay. Just make sure you on point.
Any motherfucker play?
He used to be my room right here. Them boys shot my house up. I was right there on the bed, me and my little brother Quan. They shot my house up from right here. This is my mama's shit right here. They shot my mama's house up. They shot this part right here. My mama was in the room. They shot that bitch up. Oh, my house always got shot. They always spent on my shit. They didn't double the back though, for real. Come here though.
The ATK gang. Investigators say this
It's the way
organization is connected
y'all.
to a string.
It's just the way he said it, like they just like they talking about a game or something like.
Yeah, we ain't
So
talking
they
about
always been on my
double
dick.
back. Double back.
I'm dead.
Murders in Jacksonville.
There's many names for ATK. Ace's Top Killers is one. 9 people, potentially responsible for the 15 murders that we know of. And who knows what?
15 or 50?
15. He's at 50. He's at 50.
Responsible for the 15 murders that we know of.
Yeah, talking fast.
They were the scenes for When I See You, Who I Smoke.
Who I Smoke came out of nowhere, went crazy, kind of made it more mainstream to where people who don't even know y'all, they were tapped into it. Did you make them do that?
I don't know. I took it too far when they made a song for the speaker. Once the dead get involved, it's already too far.
Yeah.
What is up, everybody? For the past few
right
months, the most talked about song on social media is the Who I Smoke video from Yungeen Ace. It exposed the mainstream to the deadliest rap feud that's been going on for years.
I can't count. A lot of people who wasn't listening to Ace and them, they did put them on to them. The Who I Smoke, that shit went viral.
That shit was too loud.
Yungeen Ace. It exposed the mainstream to the deadliest rap feud that's been going on for years. And it's happening in Jacksonville, Florida. Rappers from there are on a completely different wave, hiding the clues to revenge killings inside their music videos, taking the beats from classic pop songs, and trying to rap the most demonic shit over it. Yungeen Ace and his crew remixed the classic Vanessa Carlton song, 1,000 Miles, and flipped it, filming at a plush golf course, smoking cigars, all while dancing to lyrics that...
Them damn near gospel song. Well, now. When I See You,
that song, they just took some like that song nowhere near like that toward that
song
subject, you know what I'm saying?
Shit, yeah.
But that's not gospel, I ain't sure.
We got a plush golf course, smoking cigars, all while dancing to lyrics that celebrate the deaths of their rival crew, led by the rapper Foolio out of North Jacksonville. Who I Smoke went viral, hitting 16 million views in 1 month, and getting reactions from all the biggest influencers online.
Who I Smoke. Say no!
Foolio, come get this nigga while he playing with the top. This is one of the most savage videos I've seen. Just, you know what? They show one gun in the video. But the way they seem to be just nonchalantly enjoy life while clowning the niggas who died?
So Foolio had to retaliate in a darker, more ominous way, remixing a classic Fantasia song, and in the music video, printing out a big poster of 2 of Ace's friends and his blood brother who died by Ace's side in a drive-by shooting outside a Japanese steakhouse. Ace was the only one in the car who survived. Since then, both Foolio's crew and Yungeen Ace's crew released this song after this song towards each other, leaving hidden messages in the music videos.
They found his balls, he was rotten.
Where is Corbin Johnson? The 18-year-old's parents say they dropped him off last week at a job interview. and they never saw him again.
Left his house Wednesday night. Here's a picture of him behind us. And there's a little in the way of clues as to where he might be.
Corbin ass was lost until they found him in that bag.
Corbin Johnson was last seen alive in July of last year. Then last Friday, a man discovered the victim's skeletal remains.
What makes this situation real cold is some of the folks beefing are literal cousins. Blood relatives caught up on opposite ends of the feud.
No, it's some weird like
Let me say, that's your real cousin? Fuck your cousin.
We're getting into all this, but first I got my guy Millie's with Jim Jones for the song of the day today. This is Heightened Senses. Let's go.
This shit crazy.
Yeah, the nigga said fuck your cousin. He probably the cousin probably feel the same way.
To understand this story, we gotta go to the biggest city in the country in terms of land size.
Yeah, he ain't say nothing bad.
Right. He probably like fuck your tootie.
That's not in Alaska, and that's Jacksonville, Florida. Florida's always had a huge presence in rap music, especially in the last 2 decades. But its biggest city, Jacksonville, never really got any mainstream success until now. And that's all because of these viral diss records between two crews. Yungeen is the face of ATK Gang, which mostly occupies the west side of Jacksonville. His rival Foolio is the face of KTA, alias Kill Them All, which is an alliance between two groups. Foolio's gang from the north, and Young and Reckless, a crew from the south side. What's worse about this beef is the amount of mutual friends both camps had at one point in time. Ace and Foolio were never exactly close, but they did have mutual friends such as Queso, who right now is locked up with his own father, charged for 2 murders, including the killing of Foolio's blood brother, Bibby. After Bibby's murder, Queso would notoriously walk around wearing Bibby jerseys, taking photos like it was a trophy. He even released an album in 2019, putting images of his dead ops as the cover, like a Mount Rushmore of fallen rivals.
Have we ever, like,
or JSO, are
have anybody,
for not.
I don't think we ever, like, knew, like, the actual reason as to why this really started.
I don't
think I ever heard the actual reason. Y'all know, can y'all comment? Because I just keep watching these videos.
They ain't gonna give us a whole paragraph at the bottom.
I mean, listen, at least I...
Yeah, we'll know. We didn't know when it first started.
Right, like, because we keep updating ourselves on it, but we don't even know how it really started. You feel me?
Rushmore of fallen rivals. Jacksonville police, or JSO, are notorious for not cracking cases. In fact, 70% of murders in the city go unsolved. So folks online came up with the catchphrase, JSO loves Queso, for the simple fact that he telegraphs what he's doing on social media.
You see how like this? Come here, boy! Come here, boy!
All the Queso songs have millions of views on YouTube, and he was actually very close with King Von. The two had music together. Queso even appeared in that infamous video where Rondo and Von were joking around with each other.
But aren't they using his lyrics in the Queso song? I think so. I think on that last video we watched, they was like they was using his lyrics or something. Oh damn.
So even appeared in that infamous video where Quando, Rondo, and Von were joking around with each other back when they were on good terms.
Dirty ass!
Queso was there as well. But back in Jacksonville, Queso had a well-known reputation for demonic antics. He famously tried to organize a team deathmatch in real life with his own cousins, who repped the rival gang, KTA.
What's up, where you at?
Come on, I do on a team deathmatch.
Right now?
Wow. Y'all 2 versus us 2. Look at my cousins. They we looking like.
My cousin don't want to talk. He's trying to act hard.
He's trying to act all hard.
Oh, gangsters. They got the black hoodies on.
One of the cousins on that line was named Lil 9. A month after that back and forth, Lil 9 was leaving a gas station when his car was ambushed. Shot 12 times from a rifle inside another car, sending him crashing into a rent-a-wheel tire shop, where Lil 9 was pronounced dead at the scene. While folks at the tire store were trying to revive him, Lil 9's friend who was in the crash with him was frantically walking around filming inside the store.
Fuck niggas played. Played. Fuck niggas played. You niggas played, man.
Of course, Queso responded with a video of his own, laughing. Queso's blood brother, also Lil 9's cousin, would recreate Lil 9's death video from the tire shop.
Y'all fuck niggas played. Y'all.
Oh man.
Y'all like
these niggas here like for real. This shit not even funny. Like,
it's not funny. But
this
it's
shit,
just like,
like, why though? What? Wait, that's between them. They're between and they cousins. They would just
Bill Nye's death video.
Them folks, yeah, man.
Y'all fuck niggas played. Y'all niggas played.
No.
Ronnie, why was you just looking? Why was you just you trying to find your brain?
Wow, that's fucked up.
I mean, that's not funny.
That ain't funny, but them boys just took it
like,
up.
it's crazy.
Bro, like,
y'all just me everywhere.
No, that ain't.
That ain't
This shit not even right, bro. Like, so they really ATK actors, like them niggas acting everything, like they acting in the music video.
They trolls. That's
them
what
boy hell.
they like to troll on the internet.
If they cousin.
60 days later, Queso dropped a music video, and in it, we see him putting a photo of his own deceased cousin.
What I get from that trolling about it.
Yeah,
The crazy part is, everybody that's beefing, at one point in time, is cool. Queso met Young and Ace in the 9th grade. They've been friends ever since, but their rival Foolio likes to remind Queso that back in 2015, he was hanging with them, and even had the nickname 6 Block Queso for his affiliation with Foolio's gang, 6 Block. Even Young and Ace admits he was a fan of Foolio's music before their beef really escalated, but a series of unfortunate events would draw lines in the sand. Neutrals had to pick
They ain't gonna come back. I'm more than way too late.
How do you solve
anybody asking them to come together? Y'all can
Fuck Bush, though. You crazy here.
Yes.
You crazy as fuck.
This beef is forever.
Forever. They can't. Ain't no cool. Ain't no stopping names. You can't stop it.
At a block party in South Jacksonville, it's in YNR territory, Young and Reckless. A crew led by YNR Mookie and his lieutenant, Slugga T. Ace and his gang show up to the party and get into an argument with YNR's leader, Mookie. Shots were fired and a bullet grazed Mookie's skin, with his lieutenant Slugga T shooting back. But Ace and his crew managed to escape the party, leaving Young and Reckless and Ace's crew on bad terms. On top of that, YNR's leader Mookie was already friends with Foolio's cousin. This made it easy for YNR and Foolio's gang to click up, creating an alliance under the name KTA.
Clicked up.
Face
Not for real though, like, damn. So they wasn't originally together.
No, I thought they were together.
You feel
But
me? I ain't know there was two different crews that like came together type shit.
Or kill them all, with one enemy in common, Young and Ace and ATK. The trends in Jacksonville at the time were not good. It was marking an increase in the murder rate year on year. In 2017, Ace would drop the song Go to War. This was an open invitation to anyone opposing ATK to retaliate. Not long after, Ace's home was shot up. But the tipping point was soon to
That made him blow that song.
A few months later, one of Ace's friends was out on a mission, looking to avenge a robbery that had happened to him. He knew exactly where the robber was, on the west side of Jacksonville at Foolio's cousin's house. So he snuck into the house, throwing a brick through the sliding door, entering from the back where he began shooting. No mask, no gloves. He couldn't get who robbed him, and instead he ended up killing Foolio's cousin, Zion, and wounding a 9-year-old girl. If this was the start of a war,
You wounded a 9-year-old girl.
He didn't get no fuck who was in that house.
So Foolio was the one who robbed him, but the cousin was there at the house, so he the one that got killed.
Yeah, I think so.
Zion's dead cousin, no mask, no gloves. He couldn't get who robbed him, and instead he ended up killing Foolio's cousin, Zion, and wounding a 9-year-old girl. If this was the start of a war, Zion's death was the catalyst. Not long after, Zion's sister was shot 14 times in an attempt to prevent her from going to trial and testifying. She miraculously survived, and Young and Ace's friend
14 times, and she survived. Damn.
How do you survive 14 bullies?
She's strong as fuck. But don't play with her.
You sure they said 14?
Then they said 14. She's strong as fuck.
catalyst. Not long after, Zion's sister was shot 14 times in an attempt to prevent her from going to trial and testifying. She miraculously survived, and Young and Ace's friend who did the shooting was sentenced to life. But things were just getting started. Foolio's cousin being the first death in the beef meant KTA were looking to get revenge swiftly.
I know he feels so like, how? Like 14, you for sure thought she was dead.
Yeah.
The first death in the beef meant KTA were looking to get revenge swiftly. They needed to make an example. Ace's music was starting to pick up steam. His new song, F That, was getting millions of views on Worldstar in mere days. Fans were already comparing him to Youngboy. Then a week later, this happened.
4 young men were in this car when they were shot. The vehicle pulled up to their Chevy sedan, opened fire, then took off. And one is in critical condition at the hospital.
Keontae Bullard, the only survivor of the quadruple shooting.
It's a Tuesday in June of 2018. Ace, his brother, and 2 friends were going to Wasabi, a Japanese steakhouse, for Ace's friend's 18th birthday. Everyone was in good spirits, taking photos. It was a celebration. But little did they know, the whole time, they were under surveillance. Rivals had found out their location because of Ace's Instagram story, taking photos outside the steakhouse. Ace even recorded his friends eating inside the restaurant and posted that too. So their enemies waited outside, watching them eat, then followed them leaving the restaurant, driving along the highway. When they got to a red light, the shooters opened fire on the passenger side of Ace's car, killing his 2 best friends and his brother, leaving Ace in critical condition. It was a quadruple shooting, and Foolio got the news before anyone else did, except he thought Ace was dead.
Boy lost the Fortnite match. I took over my cold summer alert, man. 2-3 pads, man. Ace passed this.
Of course, Ace survived, but he lost everything, his brother and his 2 best friends. The attention, however, was helping grow his career. NBA Youngboy would FaceTime him to record a song, and it also motivated Ace to make his biggest record ever, called Pain, which went viral, and as we
That's
speak,
my song. Pain was on repeat. When they be dropped.
The bloodstain was not
I had it on. I felt chill the first time I heard this
would
shit.
use the same song titles to make a diss track. The Jacksonville police even created a whole new department called the Violence Reduction Strategy Team, whose whole job was to basically comb through music videos from both camps, looking for clues. The assistant chief even said in an interview, I don't think their primary goal is to entertain, but they are making real rap music. And at the top of the next year, in February 2019, Foolio's little brother Bibby was the next target for assassination. Bibby was just 16 at the time, and he was coming home from school one day in his own neighborhood on the north side of Jacksonville at the Hilltop Apartments. He was sitting on a gazebo in the courtyard of his complex with a friend. The 2 were looking at their phones when all of a sudden, pounding gunfire erupted. Bibby and his friend dropped the phone and jumped. Both started running in different directions, frantically looking for cover. A total of 60 rounds were shot in under 15 seconds. Bibby was killed instantly.
16 rounds? They were talking about like, how?
But what kind of gun they had?
No, I'm trying to figure out like, how do they be knowing all this stuff?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, how y'all know he laid off 15 seconds?
The police.
How you know how many rounds?
I can figure out. I can figure out the round for like the bullet shit. But
Yeah,
like,
bullet
how they
shell,
know that
15 seconds.
Cause of the gun.
They probably a camera or something out there.
A total of 60 rounds were shot in under 15 seconds. Bibby was killed instantly. A year later, when the court documents were unsealed, the police named Queso as the gunman responsible for Bibby's murder, saying that they drove for hours, circling the complex, parking, waiting, until finally springing out and unleashing Draco rounds in Bibby's direction. Then Queso allegedly walked up to Bibby, who was on the ground, shielding himself from the gunfire, and executed him at close range, before fleeing the apartment complex in a gray Nissan. The court documents also mentioned Queso's affinity for wearing Bibby jerseys, and posting it to his IG page in celebration. Queso's bond is currently set at $4 million. For Foolio, losing his brother and his cousin in a short period of time was devastating. But 2019 was also the year his music was going to the next level. A million views, back to back to back, consistently. And he was doing it all independent. Foolio was a big deal in Florida, but not quite big enough to be touring the country on his own. Unlike his rival Yungeen Ace, who was booking shows in multiple states. Just a month after Foolio's brother died, Ace was performing at a nightclub in Waycross, Georgia. Him and his crew went back to the hotel to relax by the pool when they were suddenly ambushed. An SUV pulled up and a group of guys hopped out shooting. Queso was there and didn't hesitate for 1 second to shoot back. One of Queso's boys, Rallo, died at the pool in that shootout. Only Ace's side got arrested for shooting back. The other gunmen were never found by police. Queso would say the quiet part out loud in his song Been Dead, where the lyrics go, "Should've killed me in Waycross, they hopped out with the K's. Me and Scotty bustin' back, we were on the same page." That's the same music video where he puts his cousin Lil 9 in the microwave. A month after dropping this song, Queso was arrested for a whole different murder alongside his father, who was charged with accessory after the fact. Allegedly, they were getting revenge on a rival rapper named KTA Lil Buck, who dissed Queso's older brother that died in a van full of Queso's relatives.
And this whole time I've been trying to figure out where did the father come into play. And now I got it.
Hey, these niggas find out everything.
Yeah, like, because the last video we watched, when we figured out that they got arrested together, they didn't say, like, why the father was with him, type shit, but, nah, see.
When 2 cars rolled up, blocking them off, and put 100 bullets inside the car. Lil Buck was Foolio's close friend and a high-priced target that ATK got the drop on, allegedly rolling up at 11 in the morning while he was applying for a job to assassinate him. Queso posted to his Insta story right after.
Why they keep giving people when they trying to get jobs? Like when they trying to change their life around, when they enjoying good moments, like they keep catching them when they like in the good, like doing good shit, like type stuff. Like they got caught come from birthday, then you know what I'm saying. Then the other one got lost when he was going to a job interview. It just like I don't know, the scene is not.
While he was applying for a job to assassinate him. Queso posted to his Insta story right after, saying, "I kill a dude, then get my toes done."
Receiving a pedicure with the caption, "Kill a N-word, then go get my toes done."
This wasn't the first hit done outside a job site. Another rapper, Jump Out, who beefed with Yungeen and ATK, was killed while waiting in line to apply for a job at an Amazon warehouse, leading to the infamous line on Who I Smoke, where they say, found out where he was working and clocked him out. The war had escalated to a point where...
So basically, don't get no job, is what it's saying.
You can,
if you ain't one of them crew, don't try to get no job, you know, get some plays or something.
One side was shooting at the other, and the other would shoot back. We can count a dozen of Foolio's friends who are locked up, and YNR Mookie and Slugga T are behind bars too. Even Foolio's girlfriend got shot in the head.
Y'all thought I was dead. Y'all ain't understood this yet, boy.
And to this day, Yungeen Ace still has a bullet casing in his butt from the quadruple shooting outside the Wasabi Steakhouse. That's it for this video. Let me know what you want me to cover in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.
This shit crazy. Damn.
I can't even tell. It was a good video. I think this might be the best information video we don't like because like it actually got us a reaction. Usually we just be watching it.
It's like a movie. We just got everything.
We just got everything. And I hope he's telling the truth. Y'all don't be in the comments talking about he lying.
Shit, he gotta be telling the truth. It makes sense. Everything makes sense.
No false information on this. He just said everything.
So if y'all want to react to like most stuff like this, let us know. Drop the link to the video or the title and we'll get on. You feel me? Like, comment, share, subscribe, notification, my work, my time, what to do.
I love link and switch back down below.
On that note,
bye.